In this demonstration, we will be focusing on Microsoft SecureScore. To get access to Microsoft SecureScore, you need to start off with your admin center for Microsoft 365 and then open up the security center for Microsoft 365. Here, as part of the experience, you will see already information about the SecureScore. But if you need more information or you want to get an in-depth view on the SecureScore, you can open up the SecureScore window here. This shows information on what you can be doing and what you have done in order to get a higher level of security throughout your Microsoft 365 environment. Microsoft SecureScore has some relatives. For example, there is something called Identity SecureScore, or Device SecureScore, or Defender SecureScore. All kinds of scores that are based on the settings that you have in your Microsoft 365 environment that show the level of protection that you have been setting up. And, even more important, what you can do in order to get a higher level of security throughout the organization. In my example here, you see that my SecureScore currently is 56.98%. And this is based on identity, device, and applications. What you'll also notice is that there's some improvement actions that we can take and the score impact that they will have. We can also compare the SecureScore for my organization to organizations like my organization, or we can set up some manual comparisons. Now the SecureScore is built out of a gathering of all kinds of different monitors and settings that have been applied. Here we see, for example, the identity level and the data, device, and the application level of security. If I want to go and check out how I've been doing over the last period of time, we can open up the metrics and trends or the history view. Here you get to see what has changed over time when it comes to the SecureScore in my organization. And if I drill down a little bit more, you can see that I have been losing or getting points for some different settings that I've been changing. Now SecureScore is something that you will want to watch every now and then, because based on changes that happen into your organization, for example, adding users to the organization, it might affect the SecureScore that you have. Here in the metrics and trends, we can also see what has happened and when did this happen. So to make use of SecureScore, one of the things you want to do is make sure that you take action on the improvement actions. Here, for example, I have one action that is called Turn on PUA Protection, or Potentially Unwanted Application Protection. If you open up an improvement action like this, there's some explanation on what it does and how many points you can get if you implement all this. Now, this feature is available on machines 2010 or Windows 10 version 1607 or later. And if you want to enable this, it says that you need to go into the Microsoft Defender Security Center Threat and Vulnerability Management section and read the security recommendations and start implementing those. So you can actually just go to that location and take that action. Also, what you can do is share this with colleagues, and you can also go and add some tags to this, like, hey, this is important, or this is a level 1, or this is a level 2 incident that we want to solve here. And like this, there's many different solutions that we could go into, they're sorted based on the amount of impact they have. So, for example, if I want to enable that all of my users have multi-factor enabled, here it actually says how I could do that. Maybe I just want to create a conditional access policy to enable all this. Here we can also choose whether or not to create an action plan, and we could go and check out events that are related to this. Sometimes we get extra points because there's fewer than, users are affected because of my changes that we have been doing. Here we can still share this or manage the actual environment. So this will take us to the right location where we can set up and monitor our identity protection component, which is configured by this SecureScore recommendation. And so with use of Microsoft SecureScore, we can make sure that we reach a higher level of security in our organization. One other thing that we could do is compare our own environment to certain environments as well. So maybe I want to compare myself to the healthcare industry for organizations that are between 6 and 100 users. Just save and close your selection, and that will then go and compare your organization to that selection, if there's any data to show that is. You can also change the filter here a little bit on what you would like to see inside the view here. So if you just want to show identity information, you can apply this and it will just show everything that is related to identity. My filtered score in that case is a little bit changed. Of course, to get the best view, you want to be sure that everything is shown inside the environment, because you do not want to forget about anything when it comes to SecureScore. That concludes the demonstration on Microsoft SecureScore.